Hello everybody, Scoutlander100, I'm back. This is video 2. I'd just like to show you everyone what we've been working on and just kind of go from there. I'm just cooking up some food. So, we did decide on what to make spawn into. Currently in the process of working on building that up. So what the plan is, no baby chicken, what the plan is, we gotta remove all this snow. I think a few people built some snow golems, but wow. I'm really bad at this. The plan is we're gonna make an onsen. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but it's basically the Japanese hot springs. I like the idea of we're kind of up in the mountains. We've got some cold ice up there, and we could easily spread some snow here if we wanted. We just build a few snow golems and let them go crazy, or we could manually kind of terraform. Man, these chickens keep spawning. Great food. But anyways, so we're making onsen. Right now, I'm in the process of collecting. We've got some supplies over here. So this is kind of like the temporary spawn until we actually build it, and then the onsen's gonna have like your own little. It's gonna look like a resort. So I'm getting spruce right now. I'm actually gonna need a lot more than what we have in there. I should build a few to take from the supplies. It hurts me to do this, but we're gonna have. I should have done 2 more. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have these little rooms so everyone can kind of have their own spawn area. You know, if they want to put a bed down, it'll be mostly temporary. People won't usually be spawning here. Plus, world spawn is going to be set there, so if their bed ever gets destroyed. But if they want to claim a room, they'll be able to. They just slap a sign up on there, and then they have their own chests, and no one will mess with their stuff. It'll be really, really cool. But also, we're going to have these, we're going to make them look like hot springs. I'm going to fill them up with water, and then we're going to get, like, iron trapdoor. And then we'll have a campfire down there, and then the iron trapdoor will look like a grate, which is usually what they have the water coming through, and then that's also where the quote-unquote steam will come from. So that'll be cool. Gonna be a lot of spruce used in it, and a lot of deep slate. I'm gonna need a lot. So we've got some spruce growing over there. I'm gonna go ahead and farm that out. Obviously, that won't be a very entertaining video, so I'll do that off screen. But right now, I wanted to go and try to like mine out an actual mine. We're gonna go down to deep slate and I should get a few extra pickaxes. And the goal is to kind of like start a real mine, not just a cave that we wander into. There we go. I don't need that many. That should be good. What is that? 4? Yeah. We'll do 4. We got plenty for iron. I'm probably not going to need this many iron pickaxes, but whatever I don't use, I'll just return to the group. But that way I'm not wasting the durability of my diamond pickaxe, and I can just kind of have that for later. There we go. But, so yeah, so the goal is to start up a mine. I want to use the little entrance over here. I really like, this is a naturally forming entrance, and I like the idea of turning that into like the entrance to like a dwarven hold or something. So opening it up just a little bit longer or a little bit wider, and then maybe putting maybe not stone bricks per se, but something else. Maybe cooked stone. What is that called? Smooth stone. Maybe putting smooth stone. I should have brought some bricks or some blocks, but that's fine. I'll use cobblestone to just connect it for now. That's not gonna be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I like the idea of kind of expanding this out, and I'm not going to do too much to expand it out right now. I just want to have this connecting. There we go. And perfect. Hello. I just want to have this connect. I should have brought. I'm actually going to go cut down a tree really quick because there's a bunch of coal here, and I'm going to need sticks to put down tons of torches because I don't want a whole bunch of creepers. My armor is okay. I also basically never use a shield, I noticed. It's just, I don't know. I'm still used to, like, 1.5.2 combat. I never really got into the swords and shields update. And, hello, sir. And also, you know, I know people use axes in combat, but that's just not really my style. So, I wield the sword. I am a sword and pick kind of individual. That is my art. That is my, yes, I know, okay, whatever. Come here. that was a rough shot. But yeah, so it'll be wait. Mistakes were made. I almost fell. I can't believe I actually made that. Anyways, all right, down we go. I'm literally just going to take this. It's probably gonna be pretty boring, but I'm just gonna take this and we're gonna go down. Speaking of, go ahead and light this up so that we don't have any unwanted visitors. We are going to gather this coal as well. Sometimes I'll leave coal behind because there's always so much of it, and it's sometimes a bit of a pain. And at the end of the day, the goal is to just kind of like break ground on a mine. And, you know, we're not going to be stylizing it or anything. The torches I put down are almost certainly going to be moved, but we're going to see what we can find. Maybe we'll find some diamonds along the way. But more likely, it'll probably be mostly cobblestone and deep slate, which I'm sure we'll end up having a use for at some point. It's kind of funny. We were so focused on gathering so much dirt, we don't really have a lot of other building blocks. Like, the past 3 or 4 days, well, 3 or 4 days since we started playing, and then I recently finished that. I'm actually recording this just a little bit after the last episode that was posted, but I'll be posting it later in the week. Just because I don't necessarily know if I'll always have time to record them each week, so some of the videos you get might be... Oh, sweet iron. Some of the videos you get might be, they might be filmed in quick succession, and then others might be like weeks or days apart. Not weeks apart, but days, a week apart. But anyways, at the end of the day, it's still seeing. There we go. That's what we were looking for. It's still seeing the server grow, and that's what we're all here for. I'm gonna try to get down there safely. I also do want this coal, but having entrance to a large cave is a good thing because it means that there will be more resources available, and it'll let me. I'm not gonna mine the copper. I do want the coal just for like torches and stuff, but I don't need the copper. Speaking of, let's do that, and that's gonna give me way more than 64. Yeah, I should have known. That's fine. I always forget that that makes 4 torches, so I always end up making way too many. But then again, I guess it's not necessarily too many. I mean, all right. Oh, more iron. Thank you. I do want to go down there, so let's see if we can make our way south or downwards, southwards, in a downward direction. Where we're doing yoga, we're gonna do the downward dog. More coal. I think we're good on coal. I don't think we need more coal. But yeah. Oh, there's another open hole. Actually, that's pretty good. And like I said, I'll pretty this up later. The plan is probably to have this just kind of cut through. I'm actually going to block this off because it's not really serving a purpose over here. And that leads directly out to the outside. Okay, so I could have just gone around, but I wanted to start breaking ground on like an actual mine. So let's go ahead and light this up and see where it goes. And hey, you know, if this ends up opening up into a big old cave, then it's done a lot of the mining for me. I do like the idea. Oh, look at that! I do like the idea of a mine that isn't just your normal like diagonal line into the ground. I like the idea of it actually flowing with the mountain. I think that'd be cool. Oh shoot! I put a torch down. Trying to force him to despawn. Oh my gosh, that scared me. Okay, cool. Let's just flatten this out. Let's get some torches down. What is that? Lichen? Ah, yeah, okay. Looks like I saw some glowing. I didn't hear any lava, so I was wondering what there was. That scared me. It scared me quite a lot, actually. Oof. Anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. But, oh yeah, I like the idea of a... That keeps going. Cool. Oh, hello. There's a lot of you. And they're all creepers, too. Jeez. Oh, man. Oh, okay, that's really rude. I put a lot of effort into making that. I I have a bow. I should use the bow, but I decided not to for some strange unmentioned... Oh, I'm out of food. Well, I'm not out of food, but... Ah, no, wait. There we go. Oh, okay, that's not what I wanted. That's fine. A little extra light never hurt nobody, except for a creeper. Well, I guess it doesn't really hurt them, but it'll prevent him from having any family. It's like radiation. No offspring for you. He has elected not to wear his lead apron. Which that is why, in case you were wondering, that is why they have you wear those like heavy aprons when you get an X-ray done, is because an X-ray does use radiation, and there's not really enough radiation to harm you, but it can cause damage to like your reproductive organs, I guess, as well as, you know, your insides just in general. So usually it's from prolonged exposure. It's not like, oh, I got an X-ray and then now I have cancer. I guess it's possible, but not usually. But that is why they have you wear the apron. So the more you know. But anyways, I didn't see... Yeah, there's nowhere to go there, so we're gonna keep going down. Well, we're already down here, so we might as well go see what we get. But I like how this is just a whole cave. I mean, like, it just keeps going. This is cool. You don't... Well, I don't know. I guess maybe this might be a more common thing now. I mean, back in the day, a cave like this would be a miracle because the cave system was kind of, you know, it wasn't what it is now. That's what we'll say. I'm not gonna say it was necessarily bad. I mean, I grew up on that cave system. That was just how Minecraft was. But I do like the current cave system where you can really just kind of get yourself lost. We don't really need redstone. Hey, deep slate. All right, we're gonna open this up a little bit. I think I don't know how much we're gonna need. I mean, obviously, wow, that broke really fast. I don't remember mining that many blocks. I really don't remember mining that many. Oh, I guess I did mine a lot of ore, so maybe I did mine a lot of blocks. How many? Well, okay, maybe. That didn't feel like a lot. That was only like what, 100 blocks, maybe. How many blocks does an iron pickaxe? Oh, is that a skeleton? Yeah. Got him. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, talking about resources. I think I'm gonna get. We're gonna fill up the whole spawn area. So I think I'm gonna get two double chests of deep slate. Maybe 2 double chests of spruce as well. I don't know how much spruce we're gonna need. I mean, we're gonna be using a lot of wood because at the end of the day, wood is it is a big part of that style. You know, I want to maybe use bamboo too, but we're gonna have to go and find that to give it kind of like a tatami mat feel inside the actual rooms. I worry that it might be too yellow though. You know, it's definitely a bamboo color. One second. Man, I got like this frog in my throat. But it's definitely a yellow bamboo color versus a like that kind of light green that that tatami mats have. Even though I'm fairly certain tatami mats are made out of bamboo, or maybe they're made out of like a certain type of grass. That might make sense as well, because I know it's like threaded. You know, it's like woven together. Like imagine like a super fine. Why did I get XP? That was weird. Imagine like a super fine. Did I? No. What am I talking about? A super finely woven like basket, you know, or something like that. And so that's what the texture of a tatami mat is like. So I don't know if it's like pulped up bamboo or if it's a piece of grass, or not a piece of grass, but like lots of a specific type of grass. Yeah, go away. Oh, okay. Ow. I missed. Oh, I'm out of arrows. All right, that's fine. We're going in. Oh, it's two skeletons. Can I get them to fight? Ah, you missed. I missed as well, but I didn't miss nearly as bad as you, so I'm still better. Man, there's a lot of... Like, every time I enter a cave, every monster gets, like, hyper locked on me. It's much better now that I have my iron armor, though. I went into that top cave before, the one with the large circle where all those creepers were. There weren't that many creepers, but there were a lot of other monsters up there before, and I got absolutely ganked. It was not an experience worth remembering. Let's go ahead and block this off. A lot of water in this cave. A lot of water. I don't really need gold, I guess, but well, if we want to make some powered rails, I also do want to make a metro system. I was watching this video. I don't remember who it was by, but I'll put a link of it in the description. Link in the description. But ouch, double hit too. That's pretty rude. Anyways, he did this video on like metro systems using like an internet style. Oh, diamonds. And well, we should, we'll be fine. You know, we'll make it work. Anyways, but I liked his style of, are you gonna attack me? Yeah, you are. Oh, dude, how? I swear the axe doesn't have as much reach as the sword does, and I'm probably wrong about that, but it doesn't. It feels like it's shorter. But it was cool. It was cool because it was like you use color coding, so you would put like you would do a boat inside, or sorry, a chest boat inside a rail. That's what you use to get around, and then yeah, I'm gonna see if I can use you. Oh, yo! What a shot! I thought my axe broke too for a second. So yeah, you put a chest boat inside a minecart, and that's how you go. That's how you get around. And then more diamonds up there. And then in the chest, you would put like if I'm going to the green sector. You would put like a green piece of wool, and then the wool just determines the sector that you go to, and then in that sector you would also have colors dictating the sub regions. So you've got your regions, and then you've got your sub regions, and then inside those sub regions you actually have your locations. So like if I want to go to the green region, and I want to visit Green Park in the green region, alright? So Green Park in the green region would be, I would put green wool, that takes me to the green region, and you've got like a little system that is mapped out, so it knows where green goes. And what's cool is that you only have to, you only have to map out the, you only have to map out the section that is connected to the other stuff. So like the green sector might only be connected to it's usually square, so you'd be maybe like blue, red, yellow, and pink. But turquoise, purple, orange, whatever other colors, you don't actually need to say, oh, orange is next to blue or whatever. Like you just send it to you send it to the next sector, and then that next sector will sort it from there. And it's really cool. Oh, hello. Okay. And so anyway, so that's how you get the sector, and that would be for wool. And then you would use like stained glass for your sub-region. And so it's like I'm going to the green region, and then I need to go to the purple sub-region, so I would put green for the green region, green wool, and then purple glass for the sub-region, and then I'm going to Green Park, so it would be green, purple, and it doesn't matter what order you put them in either, which is also cool. It's just as long as they're there, you've got hoppers, and that's why they're different items. So it would be green, purple glass, and then concrete, I'm going to Green Park, so I would also put green. And so it'd be like, okay, once you get into the green sector, it recognizes that, and so it sends you deeper into the green sector. Usually, you'd like layer them on top of each other, so you'd have like a subsector, 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 and then you'd probably make them all the same color. So if I'm going to green, 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 there's gonna be less kind of running around than there would be if you're going to like green, purple, blue, or something. But anyways, so it recognizes that. I'm actually probably just gonna continue going down over here, and it will drop you off there. And what's even cooler about it is you can add more stuff. So you really just have to break your world down into sectors, and then you don't have to use all the colors right away. I mean, some of the colors just aren't used, and so you can add. Where did you come from? You can add stops. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. You can add stops to the. No, seriously, where'd you come from? So like, let's say in the green sector, we don't have a whole lot of stuff. We've only got in the green sector. We've got the green subsector, and then we've also got purple. Well, we can. Oh, sweet. We can add blue later if we end up building something in that region. Or sorry, usually you would do it in the sub-regions. So like, you would end up dividing up the sector, region, whatever. You divide that up pretty evenly, square-wise. So my goal is probably to use probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 9 sectors. And each sector is probably going to be about 10,000 chunks, which is a lot. But remember, this is supposed to be a thing that gets you around the world, and so that makes sense. I'm having a brain fart. So like, yeah, so you do that, and then you break that up into squares, and then but in those squares you don't have to use everything. You'd be like, oh, you know, we've got a new thing here. Let's give it a station. You build a small little station, and then boom, it's now part of it. And all you need to do is say, okay, this station, it needs to check for it needs to check only for the colors that are attached to it, which is really cool. So if in the green subsection you only have green station, that's where Green Park is, you know. I'm gonna have to make a place called Green Park now. It's just gonna be like a big old garden. But so let's say in there right now all I have is green. So the only thing that subsection needs to look for is green, and I would only end up adding blue to it, which is pretty easy to do, when there is a blue one to look for as well, which is really, really cool. And you could technically set them up and just like have these empty empty rails. You know, if you've ever been to an actual train station, sometimes there will be rails that just go nowhere, and it's because they're expanding on something, or they use that to kind of keep trains off of the track or whatever. So you can have something like that, and then yeah, you just kind of keep adding on, and I think it's a really, really cool system. So I really want to implement it. And I really enjoyed the video. It was very well made, and it made sense, which was really cool. He made like a miniature version of it, which kind of helped me to wrap my brain around it. But it was really cool. Definitely a smart guy. Like I said, I'll definitely link it in the description because I was very impressed. I was like, that's way smarter than anything I would have put together, because I would have tried to make like one long I would try to make one long repeating thing. Okay. If he's gonna make his way down here or not. And that certainly wouldn't work because that sucks. I guess I held click a little too long and accidentally broke that. I don't want to. Yeah, that's fine. No, you didn't see me. But yeah, I would have just made like one long stretch, and it would be an absolute snooze fest whenever you try to go somewhere, because you'd be like, oh, I have to ride the green line all the way out, and that would suck. I wonder if train station, maybe tram stations, not so much a train, because a train is usually like point A, point B, and that's all. They just go kind of back and forth, but like tram stations that are constantly moving, I wonder if they have stuff like that. Well, probably not, I guess, because like for a train, it's scheduled to go from point A to point B, and you just get there on that schedule. And if you're not there, you have to wait for the next one. You know, kind of like a bus. So I guess in that manner, it's not like that. But if for whatever reason we ever had like individual trains like that, then I guess that would make. Obviously, we'll never have that because we have cars. But it's a cool thought. I mean, you know, it would certainly be expensive to make. Imagine if everyone had their own personal train, dude. Autism bros would go crazy. But it's certainly an interesting thought, and I really like the way his mind worked on using the internet as an example. But anyways, I'm gonna keep mining some deep slate, and I will hopefully be able to show you all an update. Yeah, I got a decent amount already. Hopefully, I'll be able to show you an update on the onsen in the next video. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.